previous experiment, we figured out the wavelengths of the laser by using a diffraction grating, these little guys. And in this experiment, what we're going to do is we're going to put an unknown diffraction grating, which is in this case a DVD. And in DVD will work, or if you have a CD, you could use that as well. And in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to determine the pitch of the groove that's on the DVD. So if I tilt the DVD at the angle, you could see the diffraction of different colors right here, the rainbow colors. But if you throw the red at it, and we already know the red laser is somewhere around 650 nanometers, and we should be able to measure the diffraction angle coming off of the CD, and by doing so determining the pitch of the groove. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to put get a CD first, and if you have trouble getting CDs or DVD, your local library may be a good source, or if you ask your friend to see if they have old CDs and DVDs they don't need anymore. So if you have a very precious, in doing this experiment, you might scratch your DVD by accident or a CD. So if you have a very valuable CDs and DVD, please do not use that for this experiment. So you just want to get a DVD or CD or DVD, and then what you do is you put the hole of the DVD near in the center of the slot D, and then you want to give a little squeeze, and then the other side of the edge should be held right there loosely. So if you wiggle a little bit, your CD should be now held in place, and then you could adjust the height of the DVD like so, and you could adjust the height of the light by steering the laser beam up or down a little bit using the lens shift technique we talked about previously. So if you do that, and if you collimate the beam, and what you'll find is that if you use your business card as a tracer, ray tracer, and you could see that, hey, there is a diffraction beam coming off at this angle. And then the next job, our next task is to put a ruler there and determine what that angle is. So we're going to put a ruler right here. So now this time we're going to do is we're going to put the metric facing the beam, right? So this is the metric side of the ruler, and we want to determine how many centimeter or millimeter the diffraction beam is. And then what you want to do is you want to make sure the laser is going down through the center line. So here's the center line, and then we don't want to be blocking the beam entirely, right? Because then if you dip block it, then there's no diffraction coming off. There's no light going to the DVD, and there's no light going bounce off the DVD, right? So we don't want to do that. So we just want to make the light just pass the edge of the ruler, and then on the other side of the ruler, then you should be able to see the diffraction right about there, right? So wherever there is, you can measure that on the ruler. And if your light is too bloomed up or too much defocused coming off the DVD, then one thing you could do is you could adjust the lens, adjust the focus by the focusing ring of the laser until you get a nice tight spot on the ruler. And if you find yourself the beam is bouncing off above the ruler or below the ruler, again, you could tilt the lens up and down a little bit to adjust the height of the beam. And if it helps, you could rest everything on the box. It's a little bit tricky. So you might be able to put your textbook above it, below the box, so you could prop up, so you could have the base. You don't have to hold the base plate with your hand when you do the experiment, but for the demonstration of the video, it's easier to just show you free space this way. So you could prop up, and you could see where the beam is right on the, so that's about where the beam is, right there, at least for the DVD. And then you might find different numbers for the CD, and then the goal is to use your grating diffraction in the equation to find out the pitch of the groove, of the data groove of the DVD or the CD. Ideally, if you have both CD and DVD, you could do this experiment for both of them, and then you could find out why is DVD having more capacity, data holding capacity than the CD. Then you may find something interesting there. And then at the end, you could also Google and find out what the actual pitch of the DVD and CD is for the data grooves, and see if that number matches what you measured. So that will be a fun way to check your results. This concludes the experiment for the diffraction of the DVD or the CD. Thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next experiment.